Lesson 7, the memo function, or MIMO function, depending on how you pronounce it.
All right, welcome to Lesson 7, the MIMO program. So this button right here. The book says that you can program the MIMO with information for pattern knitting, and this will be shown in the MIMO display whilst you knit. You can also easily enter, delete, and modify the MIMO information. Use the keys 1 through 9 and the yellow and green keys to enter this information. Indication in the MIMO display. When you enter pattern knitting information using the keys 1 through 9, you can use these numbers to distinguish between different color yarns so that you know when to change them. For example, the 3 indicates you use yarn number 3. When you enter pattern knitting information using the yellow or green key, you can use these to show which lace change lever setting to use. For example, if you use yellow, the lace changer lever to N. If you use green, then the lace change lever to F. MIMO details for the patterns in Stitch World that you have modified or deleted will revert back to their original form in the following cases. When you enter the pattern number, the same number is entered again. A different pattern number is entered when you program the input program. How to program the MIMO program. Entering the MIMO information. You can enter extra information or modify the information already entered for a programmed pattern. Advance the row number in the display until you reach the row for which you want to enter or modify information. Do this by pushing either the up or down key and then enter the new information. Their example is a MIMO program for pattern number 2. So why don't we grab Stitch World and look at pattern number 2. Okay, so we are looking at pattern number 2, which is the same one in the book here. MIMO program for pattern number 2. Enter 3 at the 13th row and enter 2 at the first row. Okay, so we're going to run through these instructions here to see what happens to pattern number 2. All right. All right, so we're going to turn on the machine. I'm going to go all over knitting. Okay. So step, cancel 2, step, step. All right. Program the pattern. The following example is worked with the pattern selector 1. When the ready lamp is lit, push the MIMO key and the ready lamp goes off. That is the first row of pattern. Enter 2 against the first row. So 2. Push the up key until the figure 13 appears in the display. Enter the 3 on the 13th row. Push the Memo key to finish the Memo program. Now it says 1, 2, ready. The row number before pushing the Memo key, step 2. The ready lamp is lit and now you have completed the Memo program. The display shows the first row of your pattern and the information you have entered. 2 appears in the memo display. While you are programming, if you should push any of the keys 1 through 9, the yellow or green key by mistake, or you want to correct the memorized information, push the CE key to clear the memo display. All right. So, if we run this through, let's go, just put some out here. So we're just going to watch the display here. All right. So I have the carriage in KC1. And we are just going to watch the display to see if we have a change of number. If we have a change of number, then we go from color 1 and 2 to colors 1 and 3. We are engaged. There we go. So now we have added color to our pattern. That's pretty cool. Page 54 of the manual says how to delete the Memo information. How to clear the Memo information for patterns that have been memorized. So the example is delete the Memo information for pattern number 4. We want to delete all of that information. The program the pattern. So we will program number 4. So we'll go step, cancel, 4, step, step. All right. So we have programmed in the pattern. When the ready lamp is lit, press the Memo key. And the ready lamp goes off. So Memo 2, the memorized information for the first row. Push the C key. Memo information is deleted from the computer. Push the Memo key to finish deleting the Memo information. All right. So Memo and arrows. You see that? All of the information has been deleted. All right. Now let's turn off the memo. Let's check it again. Okay, there's nothing there. Okay, let's turn off the computer. Turn it back on. Step, cancel, 4, step, step, and there. Even though we deleted it for our programming, we have not destroyed the program in the actual computer. It has been restored. That's pretty cool. Memo information in the patterns in Stitch World. So this is where the back of Stitch World comes in kind of handy. So here we have the numbers. On pages 55 and 56 of the manual, it is running through ferrule patterns, weaving patterns, tuck, lace, fine lace, multicolor rib. And it is showing you that you can adjust things so that you are told where to make your adjustments. That's kind of cool. When there is no MIMO information on the diagram, knit with only one main yarn and one contrast yarn. The number 1 in the MIMO display tells you to knit with the main yarn, and the number 2 tells you to knit with contrast. So that's really handy if you're doing jacquard or 2-color tuck, and jacquard is 2-color tuck, and 2-color slip. When the MIMO information is on the odd row only, knit with only one main yarn but several contrast yarns. The number 1 in the MIMO display tells you to knit with the main yarn, and the other numbers distinguish between the contrast yarns. That makes a lot of sense. And now it says how to program your own patterns. Alrighty. So let's get into that. And I'm going to stop this video and start a new one, because this is going to be a little bit intense.
Up next, programming your own patterns.